That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? There is a report going around that Marvel Studios is, in my best rock voice, finally looking at recasting the role of T'Challa in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Let's go through the story here first. This comes from the folks over at CBR, who write the following. When Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman tragically passed away in 2020, still, I can't believe that was getting close to 5 years ago. Marvel Studios said it would not recast the character. But just over 4 years later, executives have seemingly had a change of heart. According to Hollywood Scooper and every once in a while, a guest here on the John Campea Show, Jeff Snyder. Marvel Studios is currently searching for a new actor to play T'Challa in future projects. He said this: with Marvel reshuffling the deck in advance of Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, and Robert Downey Jr. coming back, not as Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom, I am told that the door is firmly open for T'Challa to be recast via the magic of multiverse, he said via the Direct. I heard that an actor was actually offered the role this past fall, a couple of months after Downey's big reveal at Comic-Con, but they turned it down, not wanting to jeopardize their career momentum by stepping into Boseman's gigantic shoes, which may be too big to fill, even for Hollywood's most talented black actors, he continued. Although it remains unclear if the character will appear in the upcoming Avengers movies, Snyder believes that the newly cast T'Challa will lead Black Panther 3. All right. So first thing we should say is that while Jeff is a friend of our show, and I think you're actually going to see him back on the show in the next week or two. I think we're going to have Jeff on again. It needs to be said objectively that while Jeff has broken some of the biggest movie news stories of the past year or so, there have also been a couple that he was incorrect on or he got wrong information on. So I'm just saying that to be fair and not to come across as biased because it's Jeff. He's broken some of the biggest stories that turned out to be absolutely correct, had a couple that didn't. So I just want to throw that out there to keep that in mind. So let's discuss this for the sake of discussion, that this report and the information that Jeff has been given here is actually true. It would absolutely 100% be the right move. I have firmly said for almost going on 5 years now that when our King T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman, tragically passed away, that the best way to honor his legacy is not to take out the scrubbing brush and soap and wipe his character away. To me, that is not the way to honor the man. The way you honor the man is by picking up the baton for him and carrying on the race. That's how you honor him. Not by throwing out the work he did, but by elevating the work he did, lifting it up since he's not here himself to lift it up himself. And the thing is, to me, T'Challa became not just an important character to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. T'Challa became an important character culturally. And what Chadwick Boseman did to make that character come to life needed to be carried on. It needed to be carried on. I was never angry, and you guys have heard me say this. I was never angry at Marvel for deciding to recast because I understood their heart was wanting to do right by the legacy of Chadwick Boseman, right? So I can never be mad at somebody when their heart is in the right place. And their heart was in the right place. I still think it was the wrong decision. I think if they had just taken more time, because they announced very quickly after his passing that he wasn't going to be recast. I think if they had taken more time, let the grief settle with them a bit, and considered it longer, I think they would have come to the same conclusion that the majority of Marvel Cinematic Universe fans came to, which was, everybody wants to honor Chadwick. Marvel did, the filmmakers did, the cast did, the fans did. Everybody wanted to honor Chadwick. And I just feel that if Marvel executives, including Kevin Feige, had taken more time before making a pronouncement that they weren't going to recast him, I think they would have come to the same conclusion. And I'm just speculating, but I think they would have come to the same conclusion that a lot of us did, which was the best way to honor him is to carry the character on, because the character's so important. Listen, I'll say this. The character of T'Challa is more important to the MCU and more important culturally than the character of General Thunderbolt Ross is. What happened when Thunderbolt Ross's actor died? No problem. They went out and recast him because the character is important to the story. He's not even as important to the story as T'Challa is. So William Hurt dies, and it's like, that's horrible, and what a loss that was for those of us who are movie fans. But the character endures. So they went out and they carried on his character by bringing in Harrison Ford. And I think that's great. And it's what they should have done with T'Challa in the first place. Now, that being said, one of the interesting things pointed out in the article that Jeff mentioned was that who do you get to come in and fill in those shoes? Because I think if I am a prominent actor, I don't know if I want to do it. Because, like Jeff said, it's gigantic shoes. This is not just any average role. This is a role made legendary by Chadwick Boseman.
And there's a sense of commitment, too. Commitment to having it might maybe be this movie. It might be appearing in future movies or even making cameos and stuff like that.
But that's true of any MCU role, right?
Right.
With any MCU role, you got to sign on to commit to multiple projects.
Right. So that's something the future actor.
But let's say it's John David Washington.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. I think a lot of people think John David Washington would be a great new T'Challa, and maybe even more so that his dad is going to be in the movie.
Right. That's what
Denzel Washington
let
slip. But if you're John David Washington, you might be thinking, I don't want to be compared to Chadwick Boseman. Maybe a lesser known, not complete unknown, maybe a lesser known actor who's really good and something like that to come in. And listen, while I hate multiverse, the fact of the matter is, MCU is currently doing multiverse. They're currently doing multiverse. That's what they're doing. And so if you're going to do multiverse, take advantage of it. They've brought back so many characters. All the time, to say that where they're about to bring in Fantastic Four from another universe.
Are you going somewhere where I think you're going?
Just a T'Challa from another universe.
Oh, no, I thought you were going to say Michael B. Jordan.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because you're bringing up multiverse. Multiverse, so I thought.
No.
Okay.
No.
Don't blame me for thinking. Because
I've seen a lot of other people saying they should bring in Michael B. Jordan. Killmonger. No.
Okay.
No, I love Michael B. Jordan. He's awesome.
Okay, good.
But no, Killmonger cannot be the
I don't. My heart is set on John David Washington. Let everyone know that. That's it. But if you go ahead, John.
Listen, I think he'd be great. I think there's a number of actors who'd be wonderful as it. But if since you're doing this big multiversal saga and it's culminating up into Secret Wars, you have a big wide open door to bring in a new T'Challa. It's an easy, big, wide. Or listen, we literally just had Ghost Agatha. Just straight up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And by the way, I also don't like that they keep fake deathing everybody. But since you do it, it isn't the hardest thing in the world in Marvel to bring back a character from the dead. They've done it before. They'll do it again. And they could do it for Black Panther. Look, it's the right move. Black Panther Wakanda Forever proved they needed to recast T'Challa.
Yeah, that's what I think happened.
Yeah, I think they understood that and they realized it. And I think just T'Challa, again, is just too important of a character to throw away. I think what Chadwick Boseman created and manifested with his performance was too important of a work to just throw away. And if Jeff is right, and if Jeff is being given the correct information here, it would absolutely be the right thing for them to do. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hungryroot. You know, grocery shopping used to be one of the biggest struggles. Between your busy schedule and wanting to eat healthier, it just feels impossible to stay on top of everything. But all that changes when you discover Hungryroot, the easiest way to eat healthy without the hassles. Hungryroot is like having your own personal grocery shopper. They take care of the weekly shopping for you, recommending healthy, high-quality groceries tailored to your tastes, nutritional preferences, and even health goals. They've got it all: smoothies, snacks for the kids, ready-to-eat meals, and even supplements. For me, Hungryroot is absolutely a game changer, guys. My health goals have become so much easier to stick to. I love how they personalize my cart every week and even get smart about my preferences as I go. It's honestly stress-free and so simple. You're going to love Hungryroot as much as I do. Take advantage of this exclusive offer. For a limited time, get 40% off your first box, plus get a free item in every box for life. Go to hungryroot.com/Campea and use the code Campea. That's hungryroot.com/Campea, using the code Campea to get 40% off your first box and a free item of your choice for life. hungryroot.com/Campea, code Campea. That's a good one. Cosmic Truth in the live chat is saying Aldous Hodge as Black Panther. Woo! Sign me. I mean, also John David Washington. Aldous Hodge, he's in what's the show he's in right now? The Along Came a Spider character.
The guy, he's a detective.
He's a detective. Anyway, I can't remember the name of the show, but he's Alex Cross, right? He's doing that right now. He was an awesome Hawkman.
Yeah.
I would be down for that. I mean, I think there's a lot of good names you could bring up.
And remember, John David Washington was in The Creator. I think that was under
he was in The Creator.
Disney umbrella. Wasn't that like the Fox side of it?
Was it? That would make sense, yeah.
So like they already have communications open with him. So I don't know. I just thought of him, but don't nobody say it. Please, nobody say Mahershala Ali.
Oh, I've already seen it. I've already seen people in the live chat say Mahershala Ali.
I thought of that too, because I was like, he's not busy doing something else. I mean, he's free right now.
But I mean, if
no, let's not.
Not seriously, but let's go down this rabbit trail just for a second.
No.
Let's just explore this for a second. Like, if Kevin Feige, like, if they're on the verge of losing Mahershala Ali, right? Yeah. Because it's been 5 years since they announced it, right? And they're not. Kevin Feige doesn't feel like they're really close to locking in Blade. Maybe he goes to Mahershala Ali and say, look, he's a two-time Academy Award winner, Mahershala Ali.
What a great role for him.
Say, listen, Blade may still be a ways off, but you know what? One of our world's great actors right now, we've got another role that we're experimenting with, that we're thinking about doing. How would you feel about being T'Challa? I don't know. Maybe you could do it.
And you know what? Why this, I was saying no, and now I'm like, let's do it, is because whoever in the chat brought up Aldous Hodge.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he make a great Blade? If they gave Mahershala Ali T'Challa's role, which he would do it proud, like the authoritative voice, the stature, and he took on that role.
Mahershala Ali as a king,
and he took that role. And then I was like, who's going to play Blade? And just look at his profile pic in this Cross movie. I mean, this series.
Yeah.
That is a good Blade.
Hodge in Blade.
And he's
I still take Mahershala Ali as Blade.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But if you're like, Again, we're just spitballing.
But this is
None of this is going to happen.
This is an exciting.
None of this is going to happen. But
what an exciting fantasy!
If they were like, listen, we're still not close to getting Blade done, Mahershala. You've been waiting around for 5 years. What would you think about this? And then going to Aldous Hodge and saying, listen, we're not ready to go right now, but we're thinking about 2 years we're going to be ready to shoot Blade. How would you feel about being Blade? I'd be so down for that.
Well, Aldous Hodge would look.
You know who else wouldn't be a bad Blade? You can't do it, though. You can't do it. No, can't do it. I was going to say Jonathan Majors.
Ooh,
Jonathan Majors would be a pretty badass Blade, but he's already been in the MCU. His fate, that's too problematic. You can't do that.
Yeah, you don't want him anywhere near any weapons right now.
So maybe not anyway. But I listen, I hope this story ends up being true. Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars are absolutely the easiest inroads to bring in a new Blade. You're about to bring in Fantastic Four characters from another universe into this one. You're about to bring in a Doctor Doom from another universe into this one. If you're going to do it, now's the time to do it. And I think they should absolutely bring back T'Challa. It's time to, and I'm not talking about an aged up T'Challa's kid. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about T'Challa. Bring him back. I think it's the time to do it. The time to do it was when they did Black Panther 2, but you didn't do it then. Here's your last chance. This is your last chance to bring back T'Challa. I think they should do it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Do you believe the report, number one, that Marvel is so serious about bringing back T'Challa, they've even already offered the role to somebody, and then put aside whether or not you believe the report or not. In theory, do you think they should recast T'Challa? I understand if you feel no. I truly feel that the answer is yes. Whatever you guys think, though, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.